there are a lot of characters that I like in this group. Okay, we are back with Moth Clan here. We're getting close to the end of Leaf Bear here, and hoping to see some resolution for a couple things going on. I had this over on Ant Clan. I've been messing with the files once again, changing some apprentices around, and discovering a new sorting system. So let's go on and skip ahead. It doesn't say nothing happened, it just has, so that means something happened and it's just not telling us. Well, let's take a look around here first. Looks like Slowthorn is watching over the kits. And Ashslip and Ravenheart, it looks like, are in the leader's den. I wonder what about Ashslip and Ravenheart. Okay. Nothing too out of the ordinary happening. Let's just take a look. I did change how the cats are listed. So I discovered that if you reverse sort by the column AF, you can sort the cats by when they died. So now we have the cats who died first up here and the cats who died most recently down here. And then sort the living cats by age. That way, you know, it's still... You see where I'm going with this? Anyway. So let's go through the clan. Shadowhawk planning on visiting the medicine cat. Gonna finally have some kits with Emberheart. Also, it occurred to me while I was editing the files that Marshise has been a girl this entire time, and I did not realize it. I think I've been calling them he this entire time. So, whoops. Nectar wants to be deputy. How does that just track with everybody else? Ravenheart thinking about kids. You two haven't had kids yet. That would be nice. Ashslip is fighting with Bouncewing? Why? Why are you fighting with Bouncewing? Also, Bouncewing is still alive, and I've been afraid to say that, just because I am terrified that the moment I say it, Bouncewing will just keel over dead. Brightwatcher also thinking about kids. You don't have a mate. Let's take a look, actually. Yeah, Brightwatcher isn't related to anyone, so let me know who would make a good mate for Brightwatcher. Rowandawn, Weaselbur, or Ashslip. Any of them would make good mates. Yeah, let me know. Bracken Black, Bracken Gray, what did we... I had to make it confusing. I had to make it confusing. So, Bracken Black is feeling nervous, and Bracken Brown is learning about Lightning Whisker. Bracken Black and Bracken Brown. Those aren't tongue twisters or anything. Then we'll check in with Star Clan. Lightning Whisker's thinking about other clans. That's interesting. Ragged Talon's walking in the dreams of Panther Step. Okay, interesting. Silversight is disappointed in Feathercloud. I don't know what Feathercloud did recently to earn that, really. Doe Poppy, also curious about other clans. Okay. And you will see that I found a way to change in the files. Even though they were apprentice, they got their post-mortem name, so... Nagistorm, thank you so much for helping us in our time of need, even if you did not get to see the victory afterwards. Greenfur still wondering about Two Legs, and Tawny Stone and Blossom Paw are still kidnapped. They've been kidnapped for a while, and no one's done anything about it. Okay, so this is interesting. One Haze is having a serious fight with Weeddawn. Weeddawn is having a serious fight with Weedslip, and Weedslip has been spending time with Smallcloud. And Smallcloud's just feeling sassy. I don't know if this chain of events has anything to do with anything, but it's just amusing to me. One Step, once again, wondering about Two Legs, because again, there are still kidnapped cats. And Tawny Stone's walking in the dreams of Nectar. Wait, Tawny Stone's not dead. So maybe Tawny Stone's thinking about a message to send instead? Or maybe Nectar met Tawny Stone, but hasn't told anyone yet? Or maybe they're having some sort of shared vision thing, which is interesting. Maybe they're somehow sharing a dream. What kind of dream? And Ferret Frost, keeping with the tradition, is wondering about Two Legs. So let's send some cats out on patrol. We're officially out of apprentices, so we can just send anybody now. So it looks like we're sending Prickletail, Emberheart, Nectar, and Weedspeck. They find a kitty pet. I said I would... well, I'm taking in any cats right now, but I said I would take in a kitty pet and see if they have a message for the clan from the captured cats. They convinced them to join. Okay, who is our kitty pet friend? Where is our kitty pet friend? You? No, that's Brightwatcher. I don't know what I'm looking for, so it's a little bit hard. Let's take a look. Yarrowpaw. Oh, that's why... Yarrowpaw. Mentor to Shadowhawk. Okay, okay. Yarrowpaw. I'm gonna take their name to mean something about the message, maybe? Something about Yarrow. Maybe? But we'll say that Yarrow brings the news that the captured cats are still there and waiting to be rescued, so they need to get a move on. Jumpstar or Chaos Rift or somebody in charge needs to go get those cats. They're worried that they've been forgotten. And I think that's going to be on a lot of cats' minds all of a sudden. Okay, so we have Tiny Birch, Badger Poppy, and then both Weaselbur and Rowandawn. They came across the Thunderpath, and my Leaf Bear rule still holds true. We have to proceed. Okay, so we have Jumpstar, Bark Scratch, Brightwatcher, and Violet Mask. Okay, Violet Mask. Okay, they just catch a large rat together, that's fine. Okay, so we'll send Shadowhawk and Yarrowpaw together, and 2 random cats. So it looks like we have Chaos Rift, and both our deputy and our probably soon-to-be deputy. The patrols... Okay, now I'm starting to think that it really is Storkstorm who's doubting Chaos Rift as deputy, which is not the way to go, because Chaos Rift is going to be the one who chooses if you're deputy or not, buddy. So maybe don't start questioning that. But Chaos Rift does well. Maybe they're just testing them, but what a little sly jerk. Maybe they got a little bit too big for their ego after the whole fire thing, and everyone's praising them, being like, "Oh, you should be deputy, you should be deputy." And now they're a little bit too big for their britches. So next we're sending Pike Splash, Ravenheart, Meadowdapple, and Marsh Eyes. Ooh, there are a lot of characters that I like in this group. Oh, okay. Okay, it's okay. You're okay. Everybody's okay. Next it looks like we're sending Slowthorn, Heavy Oak, Weedslip, and Sparkcloud. Oh, they meet up with Ant Clan. Okay. So we encounter an Ant Clan patrol led by Lizard Whisker, accompanied by Stoatleaf and Dapplepelt. I don't believe either of them have apprentices. No, neither of them have apprentices. So they see that the patrol is being chased by a dog and is in serious danger. Okay, we don't have Daring, we do have Fierce. Okay, so it's Ashslip who is fierce. So Ashslip eggs their clanmates on to help drive off the dog. Ashslip fights bravely, showing ferocity towards the dog. It runs away from the attacking cats. AntClan is incredibly grateful, and inter-clan relations improve. Whew! Okay. So that has all gone A-okay. And, I imagine Lizard Whisker, Stoatleaf, and, who was it? Dapplepelt. All will be very, very glad to hear that. And then we'll send the last 3 out, so it looks like we have Shrewbee, Hatchskink, and Feathercloud. Hatchskink realizes one of the other cats is worried about something. Okay. Is it Feathercloud? Who's worried about something? Hatchskink comforts them with a nice conversation. Okay, Feathercloud is... They've been in the clan for a while, right? At least longer than a lot of our new arrivals. They were here before the fire, right? It's sometimes hard to keep track of how long anybody's been here. So I wonder what they were worried about. Okay, let's move right on ahead. Tiny Birch had a litter of kittens. A litter of 1 kit. Brackenpaw, Halfpaw, and Brackenpaw all started their apprenticeships. Okay, so let's see who the 2 Brackens are apprenticed to. And it is now New Leaf. So let's see if anything's going on. A lot of activity in the Leader's Den. Ashslip is there. Brightwatcher and Rowandawn are there, as well as Hatchskink, and I believe that's Sparkcloud with the missing tail. For once, I'm glad for those missing pixels there, because otherwise I would just have seen a gray blob and I would not have been able to figure out who that was. So I wonder what's going on with that. Are they having a meeting of some kind? Could be. Maybe they're talking about a lot of the new arrivals to the clan? Rushclaw is interpreting an omen. Is it the same omen we've had before? Or is it something new? Or maybe they're talking about the message that Yarrowpaw brought, that Blossompaw and Tawny Stone are worried that they've been forgotten about. Maybe that's what maybe that's what the meeting with Jumpstar is about. Jumpstar's sending out those cats on a mission. Hey! Okay. Violet Mask wants to be chosen as deputy. What else is new, Violet Mask? What else is new? See, Sparkcloud, who was in that meeting, wants to lead the next patrol, so maybe they're gonna lead the patrol to bring those 2 back. Prickletail, still curious about other clans. Gonna have to make a note of that, because that's a couple times you've been thinking about other clans there, Prickletail. Looks like Moss Mask is wrapping someone's wound with cobwebs, probably someone who was involved with the chasing of the dog off yesterday. Quite possibly Ashslip. Hatchskink is watching over non-existent kits. Oh! I assume that means your apprentice, Brackenpaw. Wait, which Brackenpaw? Is a very good question. Okay, so Bracken Black is the apprentice of Emberheart, which means Bracken Brown is the apprentice to Hatchskink. And then Halfpaw is apprentice to Weaselbur, who turned out vengeful. Vengeful? Bracken Brown is daring, and Bracken Black is strange. Okay. Okay, so I listed them as Bracken Brown and Bracken Black on the allegiance page here, just for ease of remembering. And then we can also remember that Bracken Black is male and Bracken Brown is female. It's not confusing at all. You're confusing. Shut up. And then this is Flaxkit, who is the daughter of Tiny Birch and Prickletail. So, congratulations, you two. You had a kid that looks like a perfect mix between you two. Well, you mostly look like Tiny Birch, but with long fur. So, there you go. Flaxkit. So, real quick, I'm going to go through the patrols. We'll send Halfpaw. Don't see Weaselbur. And here's Bracken Black, and we do have Emberheart. So then we'll also send Tiny Birch and Violet Mask, I guess. So they're telling ghost stories. Who's telling ghost stories? I bet it's Violet Mask, just to stir trouble. Like, it's gotta be Violet Mask, right? Just to scare the new apprentice. They managed to have a good patrol anyway. Okay, again, Halfpaw, but no Weaselbur. So we'll send Storkstorm, Weedspeck, Feathercloud, and we'll send Nectar as well. Storkstorm suggested it would be a good chance to practice teamwork, and they have a good practice session. Storkstorm, I think you'll do well. I think you'll do well as deputy. And then, once again, Halfpaw, but no Weaselbur. Weaselbur's just sleeping in today, and Halfpaw's like, I'm ready to go on patrol. When are we going on patrol? Whenever your mentor wakes up. When are they gonna wake up? So instead we'll send Slowthorn, Badger Poppy, we'll send Jumpstar out, and then we'll also send Meadowdapple. They drive away a fox. We have Halfpaw, no Weaselbur. No Weaselbur at all. We have Bracken Brown, but I don't see Hatchskink, so you'll have to wait as well. So we'll send Shruby, Chaos Rift, and Shadowhawk, and Pike Splash. They come across a rogue. Okay, okay. They drive it off. No one gets hurt. Here we go. Halfpaw and Weaselbur. Finally. Don't see any other apprentices, so we'll send Trickletail, and Brightwatcher. Halfpaw finds an old rival rogue of theirs? Halfpaw, you were a kit old when you were brought to the clan. You were a kit old. Did I really just say that? You were a moon old when you were brought to the clan. Maybe it's Ferret Frost's mate who abandoned them? That makes good lore. Okay, Halfpaw attacks their bastard father and drives them away. I don't know who that is. Okay, so now we have Bracken Brown and Hatchskink. And then we'll also send out Yarrowpaw. Oh, did I already send out? Oh, I forgot that Shadowhawk was a mentor. Whoops. Well, Yarrowpaw, I guess you will go out with Heavy Oak? Sure. They don't find anything useful, but they still learn something. And then we'll just send the last 6 cats out. So we have Rowandawn, Weedslip. No, Weedslip's dead. Weedslip's dead, honey. Ashslip, Sparkcloud, Barkscratch, Ravenheart, and Marsheyes. Sparkcloud finds the scent of an old friend of theirs from when they were a loner. Oh god, yeah, Sparkcloud had a whole redemption arc thing. Completely forgot about that, actually. So, is this a good friend or a bad friend? Fringe. Responsible. Okay. Fringe. They're kinda cool. Something about them screams non-binary to me. I think I'm gonna call them a demi-boy. I think I'm gonna call them a demi-boy. Fringe. They're cool. They're cool. Okay, so that's wrapping up ClanGEN itself for now. I forgot to do the gathering at the beginning, so we're gonna do that real quick. So the gathering begins with a clear sky. Brightwatcher and Softclaw are glaring at each other. Weedspeck and Hazel Poppy are letting their tails brush against each other's. Chaos Rift and Dawn Leap are speaking in hushed tones together. And the gathering ends when the leaders say their goodbyes. Okay. Dawn Leap was one of the kidnapped cats that was rescued. Chaos Rift is maybe gathering intel about the two-leg place. Weedspeck and Hazel Poppy are getting along, and Brightwatcher and Softclaw is the Ant Clan medicine cat. But that will be it for ClanGEN for now. Next time we will take those cats out on the rescue mission and see how that goes. I think things may go a little bit differently than they're planning. And I'm actually going to think I might have something in the works. It might not be next episode that they do the rescue mission. It might be the one after that. Because I think I've got something planned. I've got the gears turning in my head for an interesting idea. So we will see where that takes us. I'll do some thinky thinks about a way I can involve the community just a little bit more in the ongoings here. So keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, I am still bad at outros, so goodbye.